gotten a lot done since last time. Cleared out a whole bunch of challenges, donated a lot to the donation machine. You know, just a bunch of side content that I don't think would be very interesting for the regular videos, but you gotta do it if you want to get 100% done. So now we're gonna continue on with your proper run, normal mode, random, see what happens. Anything except for Isaac. We just saw Isaac. Lazarus? Sure, why not? Azazel, I think, would be the easiest, but hey, Lazarus has his own set of unlocks and everything like that, too. Yeah, I still don't really know exactly what I'm going to be doing for, like, showing in the regular series. Here's the thing. I have watched several 100% playthroughs of Binding of Isaac, and, you know, sometimes multiple from a single person. And it just seems like there's a lot of things, you know, challenges specifically, that are just, hey, here's a regular, you know, you do the highbrow challenge, that's just, hey, you get this poop item. Use the poop item. Not really all that much different from a regular run. I think I want to do at least, like, one run with each one of the characters, and then, like, a particularly interesting unlock run. Like the one where you need to beat the game in 10 minutes or something like that. But aside from that, you know, there's just a lot that I can either do on stream or on my own or whatever. I'm especially looking at stuff like 30 days of dailies. Thankfully, no longer in a row. They don't have to be consecutive, but it's not even like the Horf pill is all that good. But you gotta do it if you want to get that 100%. And hey, here's the thing. If we all just kind of get bored of this, I can just use my 100% save file when it comes to playing Repentance eventually. So there is literally no pressure here to actually accomplish anything. It's just I'm still kind of unsure exactly what the best way to approach this is. But of course, if you watch that recent like Hollow Knight episode, I talked a lot about like what I think. Hey, what's good content? What's important content that needs to be shown? You know what I'm talking about with that. I don't really think that there's all that much to say. Well, as it is, still gotta go beat the heart and then beat the heart like God, 12 times or something. I think I'll do it once in this episode, and then I'll just kind of clear that out on my own. And then maybe like just major unlocks for characters. Yeah, sure. I mean, again, it's like, I want to say that anybody that is going to be watching this right now has probably seen a million Binding of Isaac. This thing's old hat. Extremely old hat, especially if you see people using the Epic Fetus item a whole lot. Nobody wears top hats anymore. It's a relic of a bygone era. I mean, even, like, by the time, 20s came around, I want to say nobody was really wearing hats. That's when people had fully switched over to your, like, fedoras or derbies or whatever. And it's, like, actually going with your classic type of top hat, not really a thing anymore. And then by the time, like, the 50s rolled around, nobody was even wearing hats anymore. It's just... Maybe it had some old hanger-ons from bygone era type characters, but the idea of people just like going around wearing hats of any kind is just not really all that much of a thing. Occasionally get the resurgence of like baseball caps or something. Hey, 90s kids, you remember when everybody was wearing the baseball cap backwards? Not really much of a thing anymore, but it's like, hey, 2000s kids, you remember when fat, greasy nerds were wearing fedoras again? A lot of stuff like that. I don't know. I like a hat, but also it's like there is that feeling of you're just trying to hide the fact that you're bald. That you get a lot of the times when you see somebody that like always wears a hat, you know? So, I mean, I don't even know the last time I wore a hat. Like, even in the dead of winter, I generally don't like to throw on, you know, I don't know, like a woolen hat or whatever, kind of itchy. It's like, it bothers my scalp, my delicate scalp constitution. Does not jive very well with that. So, I suppose I'm not really the best person to be talking about this, but that's just how it is. Wafer. I mean, first off, I should already be sending Lazarus to the Shadow Realm as it is, because Lazarus 2 is higher statted in just about every single way. But this sort of thing is just going to make it even harder than that. Oh, well, hey, maybe this would be the time to just go into the dark room and get all the way down to fighting the lamb if I really felt like it. I mean, I don't really think that the sort of loadout that I have right now is good enough for that. But at the same time, it's like, clear it out of the way immediately. I mean, you'd still eventually have to go fight Satan at some point in time anyway, so there's not like there's too much point in doing that, but hey, the wafer is kind of the way to end up doing that. Also, one of the easy ways to get like the key pieces. I do know that that is probably, I mean, speaking of things that I would be putting on screen, that would probably be one of the more interesting bits, right? Just keep getting so much health. Despite all my rage and attempts to get rid of all my health, I am still just a very healthy rat in a cage. Oh, well. I mean, that's, I mean, really, you know, when you have this sort of wealth of riches, it's like complaining about it does seem to be sort of a fool's errand. However, I'm going to do it anyway. And besides, let's just go do this. Come on, baby. Still get the full payout regardless of... Oh. I don't think that matters right now, but hey, that could be something. Getting blessed. Getting real blessed. Getting hashtag blessed right now. Well, look, I'm either going to get a lot of money, or I'm going to get a lot of soul hearts. Either way, I ain't going to be disappointed. I'll say that right now. All right. Here's the thing. Even if I die here, whatever, man. Just go as Lazarus too. And the other thing is that I still only take a half a heart damage every single time that I should try to get it to go into the middle of the room. That's right, that is a thing. What was I saying here? Yeah, it's like even if I do really take a lot of damage here, I'll just be doing better as Lazarus too, of course. Oh, I do have to remember that I will respawn on the spot, so maybe that is something to kind of think about before we get too wacky crazy with the whole thing. Yeesh. Hooray. I've already committed to Devil Deal, so I don't really have to worry about, like, ruining that. Hey, nice. You know? Might not get both of the key pieces, but yeah, whatever. No, I will get both the key pieces, because, again, you respawn on the spot. We have already established this, and I've already forgot the things that we've established. Come on, little Brim Man. This is when I need you more than ever. I need you more tonight, and I need you more than ever. And if you'll only hold me tight, I'll let you vomit blood forever. Come on, man. I mean, these are like boss propers. You can't forget about that. It's kind of hard to get them to go into the spikes, but I mean, if you do, you do. Well, I mean, I don't think I'm going to go like the full... Come on. I should definitely have enough health here to survive this whole onslaught. And then don't walk into the spikes again, because I don't think I actually do want to go to the dark room right now. Although, well, I already got Dad's key unlocked. That was kind of more or less the idea that I was going for there. If I, say, find myself in another sacrifice room a little bit later on, maybe I'll end up jumping down there, giving the old college try against Megastan, but for right now, I'm not really going to worry too much about it. Yes, did you know that The Binding of Isaac predicted the rise of K-pop's fans? Well, I mean, that would be like saying, hey, did you know that Eminem predicted the rise of them? Whatever. I'm on Twitter sometimes. I see this sort of stuff. Not very often. I should probably use Twitter more. I mean, if you know me, you know I really don't cotton too well to the old social media, period. So, or social anything, period. Like, what am I even saying? It can go way farther than that. Well. You know how it is. But then again, given how I've ever heard anybody talk about, like, social media, it's like, is it really that bad of a thing? The answer is yes, considering I do have a presence on the internet. What am I even saying? Whatever. However minuscule it might be. Filigree Feather is one of those items that I remember being in a mod, giving you the ability to get keys without, instead of getting keys, you got items, which seems pretty good, but you have to get a trinket to get it? I don't know. I mean, hey, it's something to get unlocked anyway, so more for 100% completion. And more fodder for getting, like, a E. And more fodder for eventually getting the, like, smelter or gulp pill. Hey, what does the gulp pill require? I don't even remember at this point. It's... like, because I always liked the idea. Same thing with, like, marbles. Yeah, sure. Yeah, why not? That's always a fun one. Why did I not take the keys first? Because I wasn't really thinking about it. Because who cares? Whatever. This is the millionth Binding of Isaac this is the billionth Binding of Isaac episode anybody has put out on the internet. It's like, we're really gonna be splitting hairs on the gameplay right now. Anyway, I feel like I am... For some reason, I got a glare of light on the screen directly at the point where the map is. Sure. For no cost. Why not? And that is kind of messing me up when it comes to searching around here. Oh, well, I'll figure it out. What I gotta do is I gotta just pull the screen closer here or something. Because my old man eyes can't see them. Alright, cube of meat. Oh, yeah, I will most definitely take that. So I think I still have yet to see the Book of Belial. Eventually, that's one of those things where it's like... that might make for an interesting episode, too. Trying to go for, like, the 100% collection on stuff. Because you can do some real shenanigans. You know, like game-breaking stuff. And even though that's, like, would otherwise be a pretty boring run, it's, like, just showing it at least once I think would be fun. You know, where you're doing, like, a clicker plus a bunch of... yeah, well, I mean, can't see, I'd say I didn't see that coming, but, you know. Maybe you should have waited to take Chaos, whatever. Yeah, it's like using clicker or using, like, Eden Soul or something in an area to spawn 2 items, or like, really getting a lot of usage out of butter, for example. All that sort of thing. Where it's like getting 100%, especially in the latest landscape of Binding of Isaac, in these brave new horizons that we found ourselves in, is easier than ever, as long as you know what you're doing. And harder than ever if you're trying to, like, take the Keeper into a Delirium fight. But you don't need to. That's the point. You just break the game enough and then you can rebuild it. Bend it to your will. And that's the important bit. And that's the bit that's going to make sure that this is not actually 1,000 episodes long. I can only hope. Mama Mega. Well, it'd be an easy way to get boss rush, I suppose. But do I really care all that much? Yes. But I'm not going to do that right now. In fact, what I am going to do is I'm just going to go donate some money. I'm sure there's probably something at 1,000 that I can get that I would be pretty happy with. Nope. I guess not. Sure. Like I said, Mega Satan, there's not really too much point in going and fighting Mega Satan. Like, you don't really get too much unlocked for that. It's just like unless every character beats Mega Satan, so it's not really that fruitful of an endeavor, but I guess it is a good opportunity to, considering I already got the key. You don't get the key in every single run unless you're doing the whole breaking thing that I'm talking about. I mean, it's very easy to break the game as soon as Isaac has the D6, but that's going to require what? A bunch of kills of Mom's Heart to unlock the Blue Baby, and then Blue Baby to Isaac, I think? So I also need to have the Polaroid unlocked. It takes so long, but then when you get that, it's just like all you need to do is get refresh in the shop, and then use your donation machine basically as like a bank. Take out some money whenever you need it, and you know, just kind of like go at it like that. All right, cool. Yeah, give me a little bit more health. This thing, doing challenge runs on stream earlier did kind of betray me in the worst way possible. Was it blowing myself up when I had a half heart? I mean, what was I doing using it when I had a half heart? You know how many active items there are in the game? There are so many active items in the game. And the idea that that would be the one when I only had half a heart left. I mean, to be fair, I already had half a heart left. I mean, I can't really entirely blame the Sea Scrolls. Still, though, I can perhaps partially blame the Sea Scrolls. Because that thing in the item rotation, which is all active items, that's what the rotation of items are. Ooh, a Joker card. Yeah, sure. And I will actually take Shielded Tears. I do like that. That's a good item. But yeah, that's a reason why people don't usually use that item. Why people usually pass over it, because they're like, oh no, that's bad, and they're not wrong. But come on, live a little, get a little wacky, get a little crazy. What with taking pills, making mistakes, losing runs all the time, whatever, man. Binding of Isaac, we all know it. We know the shtick. By the way, you know, I just thought about it right now. I got the, what do you got? First off, cool. Also, maybe the other reason why people don't take this. Yeah, it's like I got Brimstone last time. I got Brimstone several times on stream earlier, and now I have Little Brimstone right now. It's been a Brimstone heavy day. Which, yeah, I'm not going to argue it. It makes it easier for me. Oh, You know, the Dodongo, when he got hit with smoke in the original Legend of Zelda, died in a single hit after that. You could also feed him bombs. Yes, that was the other, like, big gimmick. But the lingering smoke made him super weak. So when they say that the Dodongo dislikes smoke, that is, you know, that has more meaning than you can feed him bombs. I'm just saying, Macmillan. If you want to, you know, Tammy's head, not like super bad. I mean, I think that it's something that would be more useful if I had the actual Tammy's head, but you know, with Transcendence or whatever this item is called, it's okay. Things go over walls. Yeah, you know, maybe I should actually, like, maybe there is the potential that somebody has not actually seen this before, and I should be saying, like, what each item does. Whatever, who cares? I mean, there are so many people, like, literally so many people who have made their living playing this game. What can I possibly contribute when it comes to strategies or anything like that? I will take the Book of Shadows. Everyone's favorite. You know, I'll say this. I do actually really, like, legitimately like the show Charmed. Oh, I don't have no money. What am I even doing? I have seen the entirety of Charmed. That all goes back to me watching a lot of daytime television when I was unemployed after graduating. As one does. As I'm sure I'm not the only person that happened to. But like that dumb, terrible Buffy the Vampire Slayer ripoff. Like, hey, what if we had 3 Buffys? and it's like, it was so, like, hokey and bad, and they didn't really know. It was all just, like, the most bog standard type of television programming that you could possibly imagine. But it's like, it was also so hokey and dumb in a lot of ways that I did enjoy it. I would not say, when I found out, like, they were remaking it, I'm just like, yeah, okay. Because there's a lot of, like, good... Here's the thing with remakes. There's a lot of good, like, movies, television shows, and everything like that get remade that don't get remade as good as the original was. Just because it's like, oh, you're going to remake RoboCop? You know how good of a movie RoboCop is? You better have some really good idea. And they don't. So, it's like, what was even the point there? Well, to get a little bit of extra scratch out of people who recognize the name, I suppose. That's really the best way to put it now, isn't it? But, like, Charmed? You know what? Charmed is not really that good of a show. I don't think the Charmed heads are going to be, which is what I assume the fandom of Charmed is called, is going to be like really upset if you mess up like Rose McGowan's character or something. Like, whatever. You know what? You make that remake. I am not gonna watch it because, come on. But that is the way you should do it. Like, just take a property that was already kind of maybe questionable and then make it better. Make it better than the original. I do not think that they would, because like the initial reaction is, why would I want to watch Charmed in 2020? Because you're unemployed and you have TBS. Because you're unemployed and your parents' house has TBS. That's why. But I don't even know if they still show it. But you know what I'm saying. It's like there's no reason why somebody would want to watch that. But it's like, who knows? Maybe they'll make it better, and maybe people will actually pay attention to it because it has a recognizable name on it. Again, I cannot imagine. I cannot imagine a world where Charmed is a well-known cultural touchstone to anybody but somebody like myself or somebody else who spends a lot of time, you know, watching daytime television at one point in their life. Whatever. The Book of Shadows also, if you've never seen that show, and I should be we're talking about like everybody knowing Binding of Isaac. Nobody knows Charmed. It was just like this stupid, ridiculous, the MacGuffin type of thing that would just tell them, hey, here's how you defeat the threat of the day. It's like that was the sort of show it was. Oh, you gotta go deal with the Liberty Flu monster. Well, let's just look it up in the Book of Shadows. Oh, there's how you do it. You just throw salt at it. Easy. And that was like the entire show, basically. More or less. I mean, also them chanting Power of 3 will set you free, which happens every single episode in the same way that, you know, the Power Rangers would get into the Megazord and punch whatever the most recent threat is. It's just amazing that was a show that lasted like, I don't know, 37 seasons. But then again, I suppose it's like, what did NBC have to put on there otherwise? Nothing, that's what I say. Ah, well, anyway, getting on with this. So anyway, Book of Shadows, yeah, temporary invincibility. And it's actually like a pretty long invincibility. So, yeah, so you just use it right here. I suppose it doesn't last if you go inside a door. I should remember that. But, I mean, if the choice there was taking damage from the spikes, or, well, what does it matter? I have the wafer. All damage is the same. Damage has taken a very, like, equal tone in the run at this point in time. Equal tone? There's definitely a word that I was searching for there that I did not find. Oh well, it shall remain lost to the ages. Send me through here. I'll take the lockpick. Well, what does it even matter? I have like 14 keys. Well, what if you get like Guppy's tail or something? You're gonna need a lot more than 14 keys. Yeah, okay, me. You're right. I suppose so. When I see the little X graphic on the ground that you see right there, this thing, I keep thinking of Undermine, because you could bomb those spots in that game, and that would give you like well, it would give you a blueprint specifically, but I don't know if they ever changed it up so it would give you something after you got all the blueprints, but that was kind of a fun thing. I mean, I did talk a lot about how I liked Binding of Isaac when I was playing Undermine, and how I liked the sort of changes and sort of what would you call it? Design decisions they made to try to kind of differentiate it a little bit compared to other games which took a very, say, heavy-handed inspiration from the Binding of Isaac. You know what I'm saying. You know, that's what you should have had me play, His Dark Materials or something like that. No, that's not. That's the book series. What was that actual game that I was thinking of that I was kind of like was sort of interested more in the lore than the actual game? Our Darker Purpose. That's what it was called. Was it good? Was it like it was more just like a very strange take on the Binding of Isaac formula. Well, anyway, at least this is a game that people know what it is. Let's just say that. I just mostly remember that game having a really weird couple endings or whatever to it. About a tiny girl who could shoot fire, escaping from school in pseudo-Victorian era. Whatever, that game's dead. You know what game remains? This one. And I guess I don't actually have that many bombs now that I'm looking at it. I was thinking of the keys. Oh well. Here we go. Well, that's not as much here we go as I was hoping. I just push the key right through the rock. That's what you do. That's what you do. Look, pro-level Binding of Isaac player here. You definitely want to push that key through the rock. That's part of an important unlock later down the line. Trust me on this one. You are going to be very unhappy if you find yourself with an opportunity like this and you don't push a key through a rock. Oh, I hate this room. This is just a trap if you don't have enough speed, isn't it? Anyway, Jokester, sure. Even though it's very unlikely I'll find anything that I actually want here. Especially when these are the things on offer. But, hey, it is a free chance at extra items, and items are good. You know what? This is definitely the time to use it. Same thing with my old Bandage Girl. Man, the original version of this game, you just could never get the Bandage Girl Meat Boy achievement. It was so ridiculously difficult. That was another thing that you had to really like break the game to have work in your favor by itself, where it's like getting the Monster Manual, or the Monster Manuel, I'm sorry. I forgot how they spelled it in the game. Yeah, you had to get like the Monster Manuel, and then you had to get like infinite charge on stuff, or some way to get to recharge stuff immediately, wafer plus sharp plug, all that sort of thing. And then just constantly summon stuff until you finally got it. Wait, that was cancer. Until you finally got the level 4 Meat Boy, and you would never like actually use it in regular gameplay. That would be impossible. But you were really just doing it for, I don't know, what was it? Unlocking the Super Bandage, I think? I think it was a Super Bandage, right? Because SMB Superfan was one of the challenges, which I did. Yeah, I know, you might say, it's like, wait, why were you so excited to see that? That you know that phrase is now committed to internet. And you're right, and I probably shouldn't have. It is a pretty good trinket, though. It is a pretty good trinket, though. Anyway. Oh, sad bombs. No sad bombs, though. Not gonna worry too much about that. Dark matter? Yeah, that's a damage up. Sure. Fear shot, who cares? But damage up. I mean, what you're looking for is you're looking for devil deals whenever you get chaos, after all. Devil deals are like one of your major sources of damage in any run of this game that you're doing. That's been true since the very early days. And since the very early days, like the Flash version of Isaac and everything. Well, so much for getting a lot of usage out of the orbital there. Still gotta wait until I get like Sack Dagger unlocked, because that is the good orbital. And that's the one that makes like a blindfold challenges a lot easier. I did try doing beans earlier, but I died right at the nice. I died right at the end, so you know that was real fun. But it's like if you get like a sacrificial dagger, if you get invincibility, pause button, all that sort of stuff, you can get a good amount of usage out of that. Yeah, give me a new look. No. Not bad. I kind of like to get rid of the, you know, well, let's just go with this one. You go to old Chaos Smile. Everybody loves that thing. Yeah, what was I saying here? Oh, yeah, the fact that you get, like, the 99 bombs, it feels like you're never going to run out of them, and then you really easily run out of them. If I just was a little bit more thrifty with my bomb usage, I probably would have been able to complete that challenge and never have to do it again. But certainly there's more than just that one to be doing. When it comes to, I just walked directly into that explosion. Anyway, yeah, there's certainly a lot more blindfold challenges to be doing. Remember, like the brains challenge? Ooh, I'm really looking forward to that one. Family Man. Family Man actually is probably not the worst because you do get Rotten Baby during that, but there's also stuff like the Blue Bomber, I think, was one, which definitely could benefit from that, and Solar System, everybody's favorite. But Solar System is the one that unlocks Epic Fetus, and that's the one that, like, is a real game winner even just by itself. It's pretty good, is what I'm saying. So that's one that I'm definitely gonna... No, that's Family Man. That's Family Man that does that. I remember because, you know, it's kind of annoying to unlock, and then you unlock... Like, it's usually like the last challenge you unlock after that because it's kind of a difficult one to do. What is the... Yeah, what is the Solar System one unlock that's so... I think it's Chaos Card, actually, now that... Yeah, and Chaos Card is one of those, like, hey, it can make some bosses trivially easy. Not always. And you do have to carry a Chaos Card with you, but... Hey, do you want to actually fight Hush legitimately, or do you want to just beat Hush and not have to worry about it? It's what I thought. Wow. Getting all of the good defensive options. Maybe I should go for Mega Satan. Well, again, there's no point in doing it, though. I'm only doing this on the normal mode, too, because I can only go to the heart right now. So, why even bother? I mean, hard mode is going to be for when I start to unlock the true endgame. TRU endgame. So, there's no real point in getting no, Cancer's better. It's just overall a better... You can, like, break the tier cap on everything so easy. It's like, why would you ever get rid of it? Why would you ever get rid of it? Clutch that thing tightly. Never let it go. Also, I do not regret picking up the Contact at this point. Especially if I was going to be getting a lot of extra tiers on top of everything that else I was getting. Because that means a lot of extra blocking power, which is pretty good. And as much as I would like Safety Scissors, I do like Safety Scissors. Pretty much nullifies a lot of the challenge of, you know, some kind of annoying, but usually not particularly run-ending type of fellows. But it also does make sure that you also have a ton of bombs. And usually when you're taking Chaos, I mean, I already have, like, Mr. Mega and everything, so... There's no reason not to try to get as many bombs as possible. You know, like that would be a free bomb right there, and then I could use those all in the hearts. Would be a not a bad take, but like Curved Horn, Cancer, when you see it, you want to take those. Come on now. Good, and there we go. I guess I might as well. Oh, and there's an arcade down here. I mean, I could get, like, a lot of plays, maybe get, like, a little bit of extra health out of the... Maybe get, like, a lot of extra health out of, like, a blood machine, something like that. And I do need to eventually go and play the one guy 100 times or whatever. Okay, fine. We can do this, too. Orbitals make the doppelganger entirely worthless. Easy to deal with. Where did the Polycephalus go? Okay, there we go. And of course, even despite the fact that I didn't do hard mode, I am getting an awful lot of curses now, aren't I? Oh well. It's fine. It's not really going to be that big of a deal. I can do a little bit of wandering around. I would like to get to, like, the final Guppy piece if I possibly could, though, because I think getting Guppy right now... First off, I haven't gotten it in the save file, and that is an important part of, you know, getting unlocks. That does unlock one of the challenges, the one where you use Guppy's hairball and everything. But also, it's like, hey, why not? Make this thing even faster. Good. Thank you, the pretty fly that I got. There's Holy Mantle gone, and there we are. Easy as pie. That's why you want to get as many orbitals as possible. Always. Always want to get those orbitals. Sack Digger, I think, is something from Eve. I think that's like Beat Satan as Eve, because a lot of the really good stuff does require you to go past the heart itself. Oh, I didn't even realize I was on the heart. Oh, yeah, I guess I fought the Fallen in the last thing, didn't I? Yeah, that's right. I don't know. For some reason, I thought I was on the first floor of Womb right now. Whatever. It's fine. Said Mr. Mega. Gonna use that thing right here. Huge, huge area of effect. And we're good. And sure, what does Satan have to say? I suppose I could go down a little bit farther. Yeah, sure. Hey, maybe I can even manage to beat Satan anyway, and then go and get. Hey, there's Eden. I didn't get to see the thing. Maybe I can find a sacrifice room and then manage to go and fight. Oh, Crown of Light. That's not bad. Yeah, go get that. Go find a sacrifice room and then go fight Mega Satan and like the Lamb anyway. Just, you know, completely bypass the entire thing. Who needs negative? Completely pointless, really, if you think about it. Just, you know, make sure that you use the sacrifice room a whole bunch of times after you have a lucky wafer get early on. Why not? Yeah, come on. Man, Loki always has way too much health. There we go, and there we are. Crown of Light, though. Double damage, at least until I get hit in a room. This is not bad stuff. And I think, yeah, with the Holy Mantle, that also means that it stays for even longer, which is fine by me. Judgment? Okay, sure. What do you got? That good chaos smile. Yeah? Oh. I mean, do I want a health up right now? I'm actually doing just fine on health, but, oh, right. It doesn't really matter now, does it? Because of chaos. Hey, chaos? I want to say chaos, as long as you can get the items, is going to be a run winner for the most part. Also, it just depends on how many items you're going to be able to get. Could I have benefited maybe from a bunch more, like, proper devil deals? Perhaps. But I think that that's not entirely necessary. Crown of Light, though. Yeah, for some reason, the Angel Room items have been the ones really coming through in... Yeah, Mystery Gift. Cool. The Angel Room... the Angel... yeah, room items are the ones that have really been coming through. I mean, stuff like Wafer, stuff like the Holy Mantle, Crown of Light. This is a lot of good stuff. You know, because usually you think of the Angel rooms as being a lot more defensive focused as opposed to the Devil rooms, which are offensive focused, and I think you know which one is more important. Because it's Binding of Isaac, and everybody's played this game. Oh man, you are not opening up. Oh, this thing is incredibly slow for some reason. I mean, is that its gimmick as an elite? Not an elite, a champion enemy? I don't actually know. But my slow shot speed is not really doing me a lot of good here either. Anyway. Yeah. It's unlikely that I'm going to just get like a guppy item from here, but an item is an item. Can't say it's half. All right. Oh well. I mean, I'm just kind of like looking around, especially for a sacrifice room, if I can find that sort of thing right now. That would be the dream, because that's the way that I'm going to be able to bypass everything right now. Then I can go beat Lamb and Mega Satan, which would be pretty great. That would be a lot of things to... Well, I guess it wouldn't be a lot of things to mark off on Lazarus because, you know, it's only normal mode. But it would be a lot of unlocks to get very quickly, if you know what I'm saying. It's like that would be a lot of extra challenges to do in the meantime and all that. I actually got hit once. Oh, my Crown of Light. It's gone. It'll be back, though, soon enough. What is it, like, after I go through another room? Yeah, okay. I can never remember, because for some reason I think, like, sometimes it's not all... Every time you go through another room or something... I don't know. Well, as long as I have it, it's good for me. Maybe you have to have red hearts or something to make it work. That's like the only thing I can think of. Anyway. Oh, come on now. Oh, Stitch is the worst. There. Man, taking forever. Okay. Come on, Sacrifice Room. Still hasn't appeared yet, but it looks like it's not going to. Oh, well. Well, at least I took out Loki pretty easy. Or at least one half of him. Great. I assume that's probably after fighting him X amount of times. You get that? You know what? Yeah, I can do this. I think I can also go back and get like, whatever. This is the end here. Okay, sure. All right. Okay, that's much better. Do you really think there's going to be like a sacrifice room in one of the secret rooms? Let's just go. All right. Come on. No. Supposed to be the classic way to do it, and yet I'm blowing myself up here a lot. Oh, well, I think I'm going to be fine. I'll just say that right now. Come on now, Satan. You ain't that tough. And yeah, in fact, it's pretty much over right now. And there we go. I have yet to unlock several of those characters. Broken Aunt, Judas. Oh, okay. And yeah, there's like the start of doing the old negative, I think. So I'll continue on with that on my own time, I suppose.